strike of the head and protect yourselves at all times. Touch them all.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10 3-minute rounds for the WBO European Lightweight Championship.
Derry Mathews still with the band of his shorts with Dirty Derry written on. That's the result of a blood-strewn battle against John Simpson a few years back. That wasn't a place for shrinking violets. Stephen Ormond, strong, committed, the nickname of the Rock. And you'll see that he will try and force the pace, I'm pretty sure. Mathews, the size of him, when you think that much of his career he was a featherweight, now here at lightweight, WBO European title at stake. And for Mathews, he'll hope an unlikely move towards a world title shot. I say unlikely because at several stages in his career he's looked as though he was going to just walk away from the sport after various reverses.
Well, he's had quite a long career and a good career, but sometimes there's been times on him when you thought maybe this is the time he calls it a day, but he's rejuvenated himself at late and he's looking supersonic. I'm surprised Ormond's not moving his head more. I'm surprised he's not rolling forward more, trying to put pressure on Derry. Just being a little bit cagey himself.
Well, it was a cracking performance, wasn't it, against Curtis Woodhouse, and his punch power showed on that occasion. And I guess you could say there are similarities in the way that Ormond and Woodhouse fight, and similarities in stature-wise between Mathews and those two opponents.
Well, yeah, I think the Woodhouse fight was a really good result for Derry, because I think Woodhouse is massively underrated.
Well, he wasn't fighting badly until he got caught.
Yeah, he was doing really well. He's an underrated fighter, and he just got caught with a really good shot. But Derry's done that in 2 fights in succession now, been under a bit of pressure and caught the guy with 2 cracking shots, and that's been it.
Ormond said, not short of a word, he likes to be interviewed. He said, "I'll chop him down like a tree."
Well, that would be the right tactics, wouldn't it? With Derry being so big, and he looks quite thin, doesn't he? Good right hand there from Mathews, though.
And body shots have done him in the past. Remember the Martin Lindsay fight a few years back?
Yeah.
Mathews has started in a nice, confident manner here, and he's rousing the crowd in support as well. But this is what Ormond can do, and he'll keep on doing it.
Ormond's looking to jump on surprise attacks, isn't he, and work in spurts. But needs to be a little bit busier for my liking.
Well, if it carries on like this, it's going to be a Mathews fight, isn't it?
Will he be happy when he just to be able to, be able to establish the jab?
He's another one who's going to be happy with the news from Anfield today. Liverpool fan, Derry.
See, this is where Ormond should be letting his hands go right now. Just waiting a little bit too long. Obviously, he has respect for the power of Derry Mathews.
It's a tentative sort of start from Ormond, and he surrendered the first round fairly meekly.
Yep, definitely.
Didn't really do anything to get into that, and as we said before, he didn't do anything to make it his fight. Well, here's Derry Mathews. There's Pascal Collins with Stephen Ormond.
Yeah, okay. But don't worry about it. Switch it up. Build up the middle even. But let it go. Throw the shot. And then go.
And Danny and George Vaughan with Derry Mathews.
He's giving you big gaps. You've got to box it. Don't get thrown and don't stay on the knee. Don't go one of those runs. Keep away. He's bouncing down. Keep him when he's bouncing. Try and hold on to me. Draw him in. He's coming all the time. He's coming in. He's doing what we've been working on. He's jabbing. He's tipping. You've got to commit yourself and let it go. You're going to be sharper. Up the middle. Right left foot. Okay? Just relax. Listen, you're moving well in there. There's no pump. He's jumping now. Keep on that, George. Listen,
Seconds, corners.
Up the middle. Keep it boxing, Gary. Don't try.
Just checking how the corner have scored it, and we'd see quite clearly that one to Derry Mathews, because Ormond just wasn't doing enough work, not finding a way to put pressure on.
No, but making Derry work though, so maybe that's the sort of tactic. Keep it mobile, make Derry throw all the punches, tire himself out possibly.
Mathews, a much more experienced fighter, more than 220 rounds to his name as a professional. a career which now spans 10 years. Ormond only a pro since 2008. That's better from Ormond. Got into range and delivered a fairly heavy left hand.
Did it just right thought to say he's not doing enough, not moving his head enough, getting picked off with the jab easily, but he slipped the jab lovely. And again,
that's a good shot again. Another left hand from Ormond. That's his danger shot. That one certainly stopped Mathews in his tracks. Good work from the Irishman. Ormond being implored by his corner to stay busy.
Well, we thought he was going to stay busy from the offset, didn't we? But he's having success here just picking his shots in this round so far. Nice little right hand there, though, from Derry Mathews.
Ormond's fought as a professional based in New York in years gone by. Moved back over here because his girlfriend didn't like Yankee Land. Goes into his shell a bit. That's a good body shot from Ormond. Mathews feel that one?
Yeah, possibly. He won a bad shot. I don't think he's troubled by it at all.
Keeps on coming, though.
Yeah, but he just needs to keep it going, doesn't he? Just lays off too long. He had a bit of success. He hasn't built on it. Stephen Ormond. That's better.
Mathew thinks Ormond's not really a genuine lightweight. Thinks of him more as a big feather or super featherweight. But he's not been tested at this level. Well, it's certainly going to be a test of plenty tonight.
Well, Ormond's landed with the better punches in this round so far, hasn't he? Well, Derry's been busy with the jab.
Well, that was a more competitive round, and Ormond gives him a little smile as he goes back to his corner. Did the Irishman do enough to win that round?
Yeah, he did for me. I think Derry was the busier, especially with the jab. But I think the quality punches for me, and the standout shots certainly in a close round came from Stephen Ormond. But I'm still surprised though Stephen Ormond's just not moving his head as much as I thought he would have. Good body shot there.
That is that body shot.
Yeah, it's better than what it looked in real time.
So now you start fighting your fight, start putting it to him now, okay? Get in, throw the shot, get out the side, move away. When you're ready to throw the shot, you get in. Don't stand up on him. Don't stand and throw the jab. Move, then get in. Double jab your way in. Let the corners go and get out again. One round at a time, Steve, okay?
10 seconds, corners.
Keep focused.
Looking altogether happier than he was at the end of the first round.
Seconds out, round 3.
A little nick above the right eye of Derry Mathews, who can have a problem with cutting. He has on occasions in the past. It's more like what we'd expected from Ormond. Doubling up well with that left hook. It's a nice right hand though from Mathews.
Yeah, no, Mathews having a lot of success with the jab. Mathews just needs to maybe, when he lands with it, just take a little step back with the back foot, just so he's out of reach for Ormond. When Ormond tries to respond with that left hook to the body, he'll be out of range then.
Derry Mathews has been making preparations for this fight up in Scotland. Danny Vaughan now based up there, not on Merseyside anymore.
Good body shot there again from Ormond.
Well, it's quality, that, isn't it?
Good one back though there from Derry Mathews. The body shot was blocked from Derry.
See the reddening on the arms of Derry Mathews where those hooks have been aimed from Ormond.
Needs to double up the jab now, Derry Mathews. Keep him on the end of those punches. Keep him on the end of those long arms. And Ormond needs to move his head more when he's coming forward. Little feints here and there. Trying to draw the lead of Derry Mathews.
Nice body shot. Good work inside from Mathews. Has a considerable reach advantage. She'll try and utilise the Liverpudlian.
Doesn't always use it, does he? Sometimes he gets a bit too close and sort of gives the advantage away sometimes, Mathews. They've been busier in this round so far, for me, Derry Mathews. Good shot.
Mathews seems to have visibly upped his work rate in this third.
Yeah, he's had to, hasn't he? I think the pressure that Ormond's putting on him, he's always on his chest, and he's always close to him, always looking to work, so he has to work hard to keep him away.
Interesting round. Oh, it's just bubbling, isn't it? It's not quite boiled up yet.
Yeah, it's good. It's close though, isn't it? Every round's competitive, every round's close. Isn't that like a little low there from Ormond, who's had a lot of success with the left hook to the body. And again, a little bit of Paul Butler there, wasn't it? Doubling up with the left hook.
So the waistband of those shorts that Mathews got to pull up pretty high, though.
Yeah.
Come on, slow this, slow it.
Don't get into involved in the fight.
No, listen.
He's wide open.
You've got to make it. Take your time.
Right hand on that side.
Man, that left side. Slow.
And I'm a bit sleeping with the punches.
10 seconds, corners.
10 round of this.
Seconds out. Round 4.
Into the fourth. And we've got Mathews 2-1 ahead. Ormond again a little bit reticent in getting onto that front foot to mount the attacks that we'd anticipated, clearly mindful of the power of Mathews.
That's better from Derry, just doubling up that jab. Ormond just happy to block the shots where he should be, keeping that head moving, slipping the shots as he's going forward, then coming back with that left hook. You not only move away from the shot, you also get your leverage for the punch.
Mathews boxing nicely. A smile at one of the quotes I saw attributed to him during the build-up. People say, you know, you've been around a long time. What keeps you on fighting? He said, I've got to keep my wife going in shoes. Imelda Mathews.
Oh, good work.
Well, Ormond's coming back on strong again here.
Yeah, it's not massive much in it, but he's just the busier of the two, isn't he? Nice little screw shot there from Ormond.
Neither man's been really in any sort of trouble so far. Mathews caught by those two left hands in the second round, but he wasn't really particularly hurt by them, I don't think.
No one's hurt each other yet.
That's good, doubling up on the jab beautifully, Mathews.
Not the first, isn't it? It's better from Ormond, but he's to spin his opponent once he's thrown this combination.
Carries on like this though, Barry. These are going to be close rounds and difficult ones to score.
Oh, they're hard to score, aren't they?
Might be that it's being levelled up here.
Just the busier of the two, isn't he?
Ormond edged that one.
I did, yeah. I just think it's just the busier of the two.
So you've got it 2 apiece.
2 apiece. Perfectly poised.
It's nice straight in 1-2s sometimes. Nice and sharp, right down that quick, bang, bang. The uppercuts on all the time. You're not throwing it, you've got to let it go every now and then. Yeah? When it's on, bring them down onto it. Come on, see a breathe. Come on, shuffle the relax. Let's see you working right down there. It's true, you're ducking your arms as well sometimes. You're getting beaten into the jab, you shouldn't be beaten into the jab. Beat yourself a bit bigger. As you come close, close that gap. Just the jab and move. Let him walk, keep him on the
I've lost around all, haven't you? You're letting him come in. It looks as if he's working.
Looks like he's
I know
working.
you're blocking a lot of shots. It looks like he's working. Don't let him in there.
I haven't crossed around, have I? Well, you've given 2 to Ormond.
10 seconds, corners.
Well, they're all close rounds, so you can see why he thinks that he's winning. He's doing well with the jab. It's just a bit, the rounds he's lost would be the rounds that he's let Ormond be busier.
Mathews used to going the championship distance, 4 times done 12 rounds. This is only a 10 rounder, but the point is he's used to pacing himself in longer fights.
To be fair, Mathews blocking most of those shots from Stephen Ormond.
This is how Ormond wins his fights, though, isn't it? He just keeps walking forward and aiming those shots, those hooks. Nice counters from Mathews as he did so that time, though.
Well, Stephen Ormond, he explodes, doesn't he, in burst of punches. He lets him rattle off in 6 and 7, so it's eye-catching stuff. So in a close round, sometimes, no, that's the things you remember. That's why Derry just needs to keep the work rate going.
But the one loss on Ormond's record, that was a close one. It was against Paul Appleby. Not too much in it. That's a good left hand from Ormond.
Yeah, well, I was working with Alex Steeman that night, didn't we? I think we both thought that Ormond just nicked that fight against Paul Appleby. But he was a little bit unlucky.
He's forcing it here, Ormond.
And even though Mathews blocking most of those shots, a couple are getting through, and that's it. And we were talking about the fight earlier, weren't we? That just the impression of the work. Whereas Ormond definitely been the busier so far again in this round.
Bellowing from the Irish corner, saying, come on, it's a title fight, you've got to take it away, you've got to win this one and be the man who's seen as the aggressor.
Right, take a step back, both of you.
You can hear Pascal Collins shouting in the corner, moving around. He's right, you've got to keep spinning Derry Mathews, throw the shots and keep turning the opponent.
That's what Ormond can do.
To be fair, Derry is covering up and blocking most of those, but enough are getting through, and the impression is that he's winning this round big.
Crowd getting a little bit anxious. The chance for Derry going up. Oh, that's a good body shot from Mathews. Nice left hand he whipped in.
He's got that jab back in the play, doesn't he, Derry Mathews? That solid jab of his, that double jab.
Mathews here labouring in the belief that he's won all 4 rounds so far. Finished that one quite well, but for long periods of it, Ormond looked like the man doing the pressing.
Yeah, for me, I'd give that round to Ormond. That was the clearest round that I've given to him.
1-2 steep one, it's called catching him all the time. And the right uppercut also, but everything you do, it's got to be on the jab. Don't let him get too close, but the steep ones are catching him. See when he's coming close and you've got to hold, bring it up, come drive it right through him, yeah. Start bringing him up the middle. You're moving well.
Shit, I'll show.
He's fucking with one from there. You've got to keep it, you're still scoring points.
See when you put your hands up, he's coming in, the man, man, he looks good. You've got to keep it long, then let him inside. It's all see if he makes a move. Over the top.
Start finishing with a left and right. Okay.
He's wide
Right,
open on the
trouble
side.
with Thomas.
So get
Alright.
them off quick. Gotta get the shots off quick.
Okay, how's it feel?
Keep the jab
Okay,
going.
moving well.
Work
Keep
the
that
jab.
between left
10 seconds, corners.
Okay.
Everything off the jab.
Well, on Barry's card now,
Round 6.
Ormond is ahead as we move into the second half of the fight. Mathews being told by his corner to get back on the jab. Meantime, it's a sort of a rallying cry for Ormond, trying to get him to fight like a champion.
Ormond's gone to a little bit of a rhythm though, hasn't he? A little bit of a rhythm. He needs to stay busy all the time. When it was a slower pace, it suited Derry Mathews. And for Derry, he needs to just get a long jab into play, and that looping right hander, let's see him just throw it on the pipe instead. Just turn from the shoulders, now straight down the middle, through the guard of Ormond.
Well, Mathews said this fight was going to be a question of levels, and that he would just simply have too much and be too experienced a practitioner for Ormond. Well, the talk is all very well, but he's not really dominating this fight, I don't think, as his fans would have hoped, if at all. Nice body shot from Ormond. The left hook's his danger punch.
Nice little right hand on a fight back there from Mathews.
Needed it though, didn't he? He's got it. You know, he's surrendered long periods of this round when he's looked as though he's been on the receiving end.
He's just being outworked. Even though he's blocking a lot of shots, for me, he is just being outworked. Nice little lead uppercut there though from Derry, catching Ormond coming in.
Bruising round the left eye now of Mathews is starting to worsen. Trying to rough Mathews up. Probably in Ormond's interest to try and make it into a bit more of a street fight. Couple of decent body shots from Mathews before successfully ties up Ormond as he comes charging in, but that's good from Ormond, and the Irish fans responding to that at the back of the arena.
And I shot the uppercut as well in that exchange. I did get through.
Good right hand from Ormond, and this time Mathews does want to hold on momentarily. Well, another good round. And Mathews makes some sort of macho gesture as he sits back down on his stool, but did he do enough to win it? Let's see how they make it in the Ormond corner.
He's not throwing at you. What's this? How's that? Before rounds left. How you feeling?
Great.
Now, it's around, he controls you. Hey, worry
It's
now.
a left hook on the what hands
You don't keep your hands up high. That's it. Now, when you get close, double the jab in. The uppercut's going to come. Catch it. Drive your left foot. Here. The right hand's landing now. Double jab. Right hand. Aim for that target on the chin. Yeah, that's okay. Keep aiming for it. It's a target now, okay? That right hand's a target. That right's a target. Okay, so jab, walk. Boom! Right. Roll. Throw the right hand, but roll onto the left hook. Keep your hand here. Boom! Roll onto that left hook, Steve. When he tries to grab it, step out to the side. Don't let him push him in. Steve, right.
Seconds out, round 7.
Only 4 rounds remaining. Close fight, you would think.
It really is, isn't it? Really close. Oh, lovely little combination there from Derry Mathews.
Yeah, he started this round the better.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he?
Seems to have had a little bit of a rocket in the corner, but here comes Ormond. Nice right hand. Told him to look for that one, and it found the target.
You know, Mathews trying to push Ormond back. And behind that solid jab, it's working for him.
Mathews throwing the more punches so far in this round, first minute.
It's the high work rate that Stephen Ormond wanted, even though I think Mathews having a better at this round. The work rate is what suits Ormond.
Mathews is having to dig in a bit here, having to work hard to try and keep Ormond off.
It's to turn him on the ropes, isn't he?
Physically very demanding guy to fight against, Stephen Ormond.
He's a buzzsaw, isn't he?
Always in your face, always busy, always asking questions. That right hand again. This time Mathews wants to hold on. They think that that's the weakness, and they think, the Irish camp, that Ormond is going to win with that right hand.
Just needs a little bit more distance on that uppercut, doesn't he? Mathews trying to throw that right uppercut. It's a good shot of his. Just needs to take a little step back before he delivers the punch.
Gonna have to go into the trenches once more here, Mathews. We know he can come from behind, but Ormond is powering on the pressure. Enjoying his work here. Mathews covering up, blocking a lot of them.
You've got to fight back.
And he's starting to look tired, Mathews. Good right hand again. 3 or 4 times that Ormond has winged that right hand in.
And that's the thing, is in these exchanges, the punch you remember is the punch that Ormond threw, with his gum shields out.
Good uppercut that was from Mathews. And he's going to be given a moment or two to get his gum shield back in. Clock almost down in this round. Chants from the Liverpool faithful go up of Derry, Derry again. Again, the exchange of glances, and Ormond looks the happier as he goes back to the corner this time.
And for me, I think he just stole that round again. I think Derry started very well. And Ormond with all the eye-catching stuff, and just too busy, isn't he? That's all he's doing, just outworking Mathews.
And Mathews has only recently signed a promotional contract with the Frank Warren organisation, and he was hoping that he was going to be moving himself onwards and upwards towards a world title shot. Of course, that's also the dream of Stephen Ormond. And right now, Mathews looks as though he's got all the trouble he needs.
Tap on the chin, okay? Keep driving, but Steve,
10
what round is
seconds,
this?
corners. Seconds out, round 8.
3 rounds left. Oh, good shot from Ormond, first scoring shot of the round. Nice right hand. And Mathews is going to have to pull it out again. He sensed that he's going to have to find a big attack and a big shot from somewhere. With 3 rounds remaining, and it might be that Mathews is going to have to win the lot. That's good work from Ormond, and switching the attack to the head, whipping that right hand over the top. Mathews is feeling the pace, and he's starting to feel the weight of the shots as well.
He needs to start getting some heavy shots in, doesn't he? Then he's a grit, bite on that gum shield now, throw those straight shots.
Ormond can't miss with that overhand right over the top of the guard.
It looks more impressive than he actually is, because like Mathews is blocking all these punches, but he's just being outworked. We've got to fight back, and when Owen's rallying, he has to fight back to give the impression that he's in the mix.
Another right hand finds its target. Didn't do Mathews any real damage, but it got home. Mathews up onto his toes now, momentarily.
I think he needs to push him back with that jab. He needs to step forward with it.
Fights like a crazed little Jack Russell or a Patterdale or something, doesn't he, Stephen Ormond? Gets in your front and shakes his head there as much as to say, well, that didn't hurt me, but Mathews gets in with a good body shot.
Just took a good left hook, did Mathews' head off Ormond. A really good left hook.
The Irish corner suggesting that Mathews has gone. How much else is bravado trying to get their man going, whether or not he really is? Well, we're about to see. Look at the desire in Ormond to win this fight.
He's just struggling with the work rate, isn't he, at the moment, Derry? Ormond just really throws so many punches in each round, and Mathews just struggling to stay with the pace.
Step back, Derry. Step back.
Mathews looking a little bit disorganised, isn't he? And there's a smile on Ormond's face. A real belief about his work. Yet again, the right hand of Ormond. But then back comes Mathews with two really good quality body shots. Goodness me. Certainly warming up now, Barry.
Oh, look at this, it's great stuff. And there's Mathews back again.
Can't get him to take a backward step at the moment, though, can he? It's got to be another Ormond round.
Definitely, and I think that especially the last 2 or 3 rounds have been big rounds for Ormond, where the other rounds have all been pretty close because they've gone either way. But the last couple of rounds, he's dominated. A crunching right hand again. There was a left hook somewhere in there, wasn't there? That really hurt Mathews. Here it is. Maybe, no. But he's just relentless, isn't he? On him all the time, not giving Mathews a second's rest, not giving him a chance to really get his breath or even get some momentum in his own work. He's on him from bell to bell.
Formidable fitness. Ring card girl just fell off her foot-high heels.
Keep the hands up, your focus is great.
That was what caused the amusement of the crowd.
I want you to throw 2 to punches every 1 punch he throws, but don't leave yourself open, okay? Work that jab, work this fight. Away from the nose.
Well, Ormond is absolutely chomping at the bit to get out there and get at Mathews once more. He was almost sprinting off his stool in the corner. Mathews has surely got to win the last 2 rounds here if he's going to win this fight, and win them big.
Yeah, he needs them big on my card. You can never count Terry Mathews out of any fighting in this country. He's the last person you count out.
Well, I know the Irish media will be getting very excited about this one. The possibility, a very real possibility, would rise of Ormond maybe fighting for a big title over in Ireland. Oh, terrific. Sustained burst of punches again from the Irishman.
Mathews trying to fight back and landing with some good shots of his own, but just the speed of Ormond.
Ormond trying to get a bit more spring in his step.
Good left hook there from Ormond, catching Derry flush.
Mathews has scored late knockouts before, though. Needs to find a big punch from somewhere, surely. Some of those early rounds were close.
Yeah, they were.
And Mathews, oh, good shot again from Ormond. And Mathews, well, he certainly thought that he won the first 4. Well, if that is the case, then this fight could be closer than we're suggesting.
I think definitely the first 4 or 5 rounds are subjective. It could have gone either way, and it could be an even fight right now. I have it big for Ormond at the moment, though.
Referee gave them every opportunity to work a way out of the clinch before intervening. Oh, good shot again from Ormond, teeing off with the left hand.
Mathews needs to stay in the centre of that ring now, really try and push Ormond back if he can.
Derry trying to dig deep, trying to find the big uppercut.
Both landed with good shots there. I think Derry landed with the better of that exchange. I don't think Mathews is doing too many things wrong. Ormond's just like a buzzsaw, isn't he? Just won't stay off him.
Body shot again from Ormond. Mathews not hurt by these, I don't think. But he just, because there's so many punches coming his way, he just can't get off with his own work.
Let's see, he must have put 130 punches in that round.
Well, there's a look of frustration on the face of Mathews as he goes back to his corner. Got to be another round for Ormond, that.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, yeah, I think the last 3 rounds have been pretty big for Ormond. Good left hook there. Mathews, showing that he still can take a good shot.
Just get in here and start working with him. Don't be leaning in and putting your hands
You
on
let him
the
win this round, you next this round, after wins this fight, I'm telling you now, you've got to get out and produce the goods here. Listen, take a few chances, let them fucking go. Let them go, okay? Listen, you've got 3 minutes there. You've got 3 minutes to pull the shoot.
So 10 seconds, corners.
Well, a great night of boxing entertainment we've had here at the Echo Arena. Almost 20 past 12 here. And the last round of this WBO European lightweight fight. Derry Mathews and Stephen Ormond. Ormond's come on strong in the latter stages. Has he done enough?
It's been a good fight, hasn't it? It really has, non-stop action.
Mathews having to dig in here. If he can win this last round, maybe he can still salvage things.
Good little left hook though there from Derry Mathews, sorry. And Mathews is again, I said, flicking that jab out that right hand on the pipe.
The 2 Collins brothers, Michael and Steve, former world champion, getting very excited in the seats just behind where we're commentating. On the other side of the ring, Merseyside contingent bellowing their support for Derry Mathews. I always liked the look of this fight when it was made, Barry. I thought this was going to be a good one, and it took a while to warm up, but once it did, it's been fascinating.
It's been cracking, it's been non-stop, hasn't it, really? And Stephen Ormond himself has just been 100 miles an hour for the last 5 rounds.
Terrific attack from Ormond, caught Mathews with the right hand as he came in. He's marking up as well now, Ormond. Round the right eye, but he is not leaving anything in that ring. He's giving absolutely everything.
No, none of those punches actually landed, but how good does it look?
Moving now towards the final minute. Is Mathews going to find the dream shot?
But for me, John, he needs it. He needs it big now.
Looking for the uppercut but not finding it. There's some anxious faces over in that corner. Well, there might be.
Good jab there from Ormond, though. Derry's tried to find that right uppercut of his, hasn't he? That famed right uppercut that he has, but he hasn't been able to land it clean enough tonight.
Well, Mathews said this was going to be a contest about levels, that he was a level better than Stephen Ormond. However, the judges have scored this one. That most definitely has not been the case. And Ormond, right up to the final bell, has forced the pace. And I think for the majority around this ring, he has won this fight. Mathews absolutely dog-tired. Well, he celebrates. But if it's according to Barry's card, the celebration's a little bit misplaced. Ormond cheered around the ring, and certainly the Irish believe that they've not only won, but won it big. sort of fight you couldn't keep your eyes off. Dramatic, increasingly so the further it went. And that's certainly the face of a corner who believe that they have done enough to win this one. And remember, Ormond is the champion. They believe that they've retained the title.
Cracking fight though, John, wasn't it? Really good action from belt to belt in every round.
Well, you've got it wide. I think you've got it by a 6-point margin, haven't you, Barry?
Yeah,
but I mean, it could. A lot of those rounds were were close.
You're watching the fight. It don't feel like that when you watch it. It
No.
feels like a close fight with Ormond pulling away at the end. But you know, you're judging the rounds, they're close, and they could have gone either way. You just edged the one fight there in some of the early rounds. But I don't think there's any dispute in who the winner is. You have to really go that Stephen Ormond won that fight. And Derry Mathews proved again, and as always, he's tough and he's durable, and you know, he's a good fighter with lots of skill. Just couldn't get that big finish that he's got in the past.
Irish fans are celebrating happily. Mathews waving to his supporters. And I think now we do have the result. Mark Burdis is just taking his place, the Master of Ceremonies, as the gloves are being cut off Stephen Ormond. And in just a second or so, the referee will draw the two guys together. And I think now we are just about ready for the result.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for both boxers. After 10 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecard. We have a unanimous decision. Dave Barris, 98 points at 93. Michael Hook, 98 points at 93. Andre van Gudenbrühl, 98 to 92. The winner, and still the WBO European Lightweight Champion from Dublin in the blue corner, Stephen "The Rock" Ormond.
Good decision, I think, by the judges. Mathews bitterly disappointed, and he thought that he won that one. I can't believe that was in any sense the case. Stephen Ormond doing what was required, and you could see from the reaction of the Irish contingent just what it meant to him and the corner. Came on strong down the stretch, and ultimately winning by margins of 5 rounds on 2 cards and 6 rounds on the 3rd. So we got it pretty much spot on, and Stephen Ormond ending up the evening's entertainment. He is still happily having the WBO European Lightweight Champions belt wrapped around his waist.
Cracking night's boxing here at the Echo Arena, enhanced by the commentary of Barry Jones and John Rawling. Thank you, guys. And an excellent performance, and still the WBO European champion Stephen Ormond, the Rock, high energy performance coming on so strong. And although Derry Mathews waved to his local fans towards the end there was only one winner, rightly judged that one. But of course, Derry still remains the Commonwealth champion. But how big a blow do you think that defeat will be for him, and losing so decisively as well?
Yeah, I don't think Derry really thought Stephen was that good, because Stephen had a really great fight there tonight. He was like a little fly in his face all night long. I don't think Derry was really prepared for that.
Yeah, fly in his face, just couldn't keep him off, Steve Lillis, could he?
He was like a little buzzsaw. I mean, Derry looked a bit surprised at the verdict, whether that was token or what, but there was only one winner. Superb performance from Stephen Ormond, and it was a lot better than when he beat Adam Dingsdale in September. Maybe that's why they took this fight. That wasn't Stephen at his best. But yeah, a fantastic performance by Stephen, and he deserves to go on to bigger and better things. Derry, I don't know whether it's accumulation of how busy he's been the last couple of years, a non-stop training camp, or the number of hard fights in a 40-fight-plus career. Well, where he goes to, I don't know. Only he can tell us. I mean, he was saying to me when we made that TV show about him that he cannot afford one more defeat. So it's down to, it's down to him where he goes from here. But it's going to be very hard for him to, get to that, fulfill his dream of getting to a 50th fight and fighting for a world title. It's Stephen's night, and fantastic performance by him.
Derry Mathews will go on a belated honeymoon and have a long think about his career, but great credit to Stephen Ormond. He has done himself proud. He's done Ireland proud tonight as well. He has retained his title. He is ringside with Alex.
Yeah, they're both taking a good old glug of water. Stephen Ormond, you came in as champion, but you fought more like a challenger tonight. What do you think the difference was?
Well, Derry, obviously, because he said it's the best pound I had so far, you know.
And it's his backyard.
And his left hook, I was watching that, and the first 2 rounds, you're going to dance around, be cagey, you know. Then in the after 2 rounds, we said, right, he passed, goes push forward now, and that was the game plan. But great fight, a lot of fights, and thanks to Warren and the whole lot for giving me the opportunity to fight Derry.
Very quick word. We thought 3-4 rounds. We thought it was a fair decision. How about you?
I just listen. I'm not here to make excuses. Steve won. He's a great champion, but after the second round, I think a lot of the viewers and the people in the audience could see I couldn't throw a right hand properly all night. Every time I turned it was slow. It weren't right, and I'm sure I've broke my hand and I'll go away backstage, go to the hospital and get a check. But listen, taking that away from this man, he coming to my backyard, he won, and you know he's the champion. He's a proven champion. And I wish him all the luck in the world, and maybe he give me the return, because you know maybe I go to Ireland or back in this great city of Liverpool. The support was good. The support tonight in the city was great for myself and Stephen and the rest of the lads on the card, and thanks to Francis and Frank for putting it on. And you know, I wish he'll give me the rematch. Maybe I'm still Commonwealth champion, but you know I've got a bad hand, and I'll have a break. I'll go and spend some time with my family, and I'll see if Francis can make the rematch for me.
Okay, Francis, how about that?
I mean, listen, first of all, congratulations to Stephen. I thought, you know, it was punch perfect, you know, from the performance to tonight. A lot of people didn't give him a shot. I know I suggested on Thursday in the press conference it's a 50-50 fight, and it turned out not to be that tonight, because Stephen was, I think, that much better than Derry tonight, whether it was due to the hand injury or not due to the hand injury. But, you know, it's a fight I'd like to see again. I don't know what Stephen and his team feels about that, whether we do it in Ireland or anywhere around it. Yeah, have a great Christmas, obviously. You deserve it. You both deserve it. But it's a great fight. It's topped up with a fantastic night tonight. But, yeah, definitely a rematch, hopefully.